Now we are going to be discuss about the SUMIFS function. SUMIFS function used for multiple criteria. It means that more than one criteria to get the value for the sum amount, right? So you can see here the managed people need that Apple sales in the February month. So we need to be get that February month the total sale, and also under the February month the total sales we need to be get that the total sum amount of the Apple sales. So there are two criteria. So if it is more than one criteria, we need to be use the SUMIFS function. So how can we get the sum amount? It's a very simple. First we need to be put that equal sign, then we need to call the SUMIFS function and start the bracket. The sum range we need to be choose first. So sum range available where this is the sum range, and I'm going to be select entire cell. So control plus shift plus arrow down key button, and entire cell will be selected, comma we need to put that criteria. So the first criteria is Apple sales. So Apple sales available which column section? The Apple sales available in the product section, right? Product. I'm going to be choose the product. Control shift plus down key button, entire cell will be selected, comma criteria is Apple, right? The second criteria is, what is the second criteria? The second criteria is a February cell. So month we have to be select the range. So I'm going to be click here and control shift plus down key button, entire month will be selected, comma we need that February month. So I need to be choose the February month. Then close the bracket, then enter. So you can see here the Apple sales in the February month $38,700, right? If you want, I can prove it. So how can I prove it? So I'm going to be select February month, then filter. The second product is Apple, right? So Apple I'm going to be select, then filter. So you can see the total amount, how much? 38,700. So 38,700. You can see here 38,700. The correct answer, right? The second requirement for the managed people need West sale for orange in January. There are three criteria: West sale, orange, and January. If you have more than one criteria to sum up, so we need to be use the SUMIFS functions. So how can we get it? It's a very simple. I'm going to be copy this formula because sum ranges consist every SUMIFS function. So I'm going to be copy this formula, and I'm going to be paste here. I just need to be change the criteria, but the sum range is always consist. So that's what I'm going to be delete this criteria, all criteria, and now I'm going to be apply the our criteria, right? So sum range already selected. The first criteria is West sale. So West sale, if you want to be get it, first I need to be choose the zone range, right? I'm going to be select the zone, control shift plus down key button. So then criteria is West, right? So I'm going to be choose the West, comma the second criteria. What is the second criteria? The second criteria is orange. So I need to be choose the product. Entire cell we need to be select, control shift plus down key button, and I'm going to be choose the orange, comma orange. So we passed two criteria. The third criteria is, what is the third criteria? Third criteria January. So I need to be choose the month range, control shift plus down key button. I need that January month. So the criteria, third criteria is January month. Then close the bracket, then enter. So January month West sale orange product $9,825. So the next one is number of box sales for the grapes in March. There are two criteria. March grape sales, number of box sales for grapes in March. There are two criteria. The first criteria grapes, the second criteria is March. So if it is more than one criteria to sum up, we need to be use the SUMIF function, SUMIFS function. So we need to be put the equal sign. Then I need to call the SUMIFS function. Start the bracket. Here is the range is not total amount. Here is the range is number of box sales. So the sum range will be different. The sum range different. That's why I put the formula here. Then sum range. What is the sum range? Number of box. So Control Shift plus down key button. Entire cell will be selected. Comma. The criteria one is, what is the criteria? First criteria grapes. So we need to be choose the product. Control Shift plus down key button grapes, comma grape. That is the first criteria we have done. The second is criteria for the range March sale. So we need to be choose the month. Control Shift plus down key button, comma. The criteria is March sale. Then close the bracket and enter. You can see here this is not dollar because this is the number of box. So I'm going to be change as a numbers, right? Numbers. 1089 boxes sale, grapes boxes sale in March. That is the meaning, right? So then final requirement is south sale for Sana in January month for the orange. So how many criteria? South sale first criteria, Sana rep, the second criteria, third is January, then fourth is orange. So there we need to be past the 4 criteria. So if we have the more than one criteria, we need to be use the SUMIF function. How can we apply? It's a very simple. I'm going to be paste the formula. We have already applied the formula. You can see sum range is consist and there is no change. The criteria will be changed. So I'm going to be delete the criteria. Now we have to enter the other criteria. The first criteria is south sale. So we need to pass the 4 criteria: south sale, Sana, January and orange. So the first criteria is south sale. Choose the, we need to be select the range for the zone. So I'm going to be select and Control Shift down key button and entire zone will be selected, comma. The criteria is south, right, comma. The second criteria is, what is the second criteria? The second criteria is Sana rep. So we have to be select the sales rep column. So entire sales rep column, Control Shift plus down key button. So entire cell will be selected, comma. We need Sana, so I am going to be choose the criteria Sana. The next third criteria is, what is the third criteria? Third criteria is January month. So we have to be select the month range, Control Shift button down key button, comma. We need the January month, so January. The fourth criteria is criteria range is, what is the fourth criteria range? Orange. So I need to choose the Control Shift down key button. The product range will be selected, comma. We need orange criteria. Then close the bracket, then enter. So Sana reps south sale in January for orange product. Total amount is $2,700. So if you want, I can prove it. The first criteria is south sale, so I'm going to be filter the south one, right. Second filter is sales rep Sana. Then third is we need January, and fourth criteria is orange. We have to choose the orange. So this is the Sana's sum of the sales, 2,700. You can see here in the our we use the SUMIF functions, our perfect 2700, here also 2700. So it's a perfect. So I hope that you understand how to use the SUMIFS function, and practice yourself, because I gave many practice in SUMIF and SUMIFS functions, because the practice make you perfect. So do it a practice, and I hope that you will be a master in SUMIF and SUMIFS function. Great.